Jamuna Dhira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stuttara Sutta Srimad Divine Grace ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stuttara Sutta Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Godi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur Ki Prayers for Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gauda Premanande. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Devotees can come ahead there instead of sitting near the door, can come here. Hare Krishna. So we are very, very fortunate and honored to have with us His Holiness Bhakti Dhir Damodar Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. He came in Krishna consciousness in 1981, and last 42 years he has been very enthusiastically practicing and preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world. Maharaj was awarded sannyas in 2005, and Maharaj became first African sannyasi in the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And Maharaj has been traveling and preaching in Africa, America, India, Brazil, Mauritius, and many other countries. ISKCON leaders also requested him, GBCs requested him to also do the service of being a Diksha Guru in ISKCON. So he's also serving in that capacity. He's also developing many wonderful projects like farm projects in Nigeria, Ghana, and other places. Beside that, Maharaj has been very steadily regularly teaching both in MI, Mayapur Institute, as well as VIHE. So Maharaj is always concerned that devotees practice Krishna consciousness very sincerely and genuinely and advance in Krishna consciousness. And his Maharaj association is extremely uplifting and very, very inspiring. And we feel very privileged and honored that Maharaj agrees to give his valuable time and bless us by coming here regularly. So we are feeling very honored and happy. So let us welcome Maharaj to Sri Shintai Gauranga temple by loudly chanting 3 times. Haribo! 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 And Maharaj will be also there with us during Gaur Purnima.
Narayanam namaskritya Aram chaiva narotam Devim saraswatim vyasam Tato jayam mudiraye Nashta praisa badresu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati utama sluki Bhakti bhavati nashtiki Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakayan Chakshulunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandham Shri Gurun Shri Yutapad Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivan Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhi Vrindavanishwari Prisavana Sute Devi Paramami Hari Priyan Vanchakal Vyascha Kripa Sandhya Vachan Patitanam Pavanavyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namahan Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 58. Krishna marries 5 princesses. Text 45. Evam samayam akarnya badva parikaram prabhu padmanam sattadha kitva nyagrihena dilayipatan. Evam samayam akarnya badva parikaram prabhu padmanam sattadha kitva nyagrihena dilayipatan. Evam samaya makarnya badva parikaram prabhu admanam sattadha kritva nyegrihina nilayai batan. Atmanam sattadha kritva nilayai batan. Nilayai batan. Evam, thus, samayam, the condition, akarnya, hearing, badva, tightening, parikaram, his clothing, Prabhu, the Lord, Atmanam, himself, Saptadha, as 7, Kritva, making, Nyagrinat, he subdued, Lilaya, like play, Eva, simply, Tan, them. Translation and purport. Prabhupada's disciple. Upon hearing these terms, the Lord tightened his clothing, expanded himself into 7 forms, and easily subdued the bulls. Please repeat. Upon hearing these terms, the Lord tightened his clothing, expanded himself into 7 forms, and easily subdued the bulls. Purport. According to Sridhara Swami, Lord Krishna expanded himself into 7 forms, not only to playfully defeat the 7 bulls, but also to show Princess Satya that she would not have to compete with his other queens, since he could enjoy with all of them simultaneously. Text 43 and 44. Saptaite go Vrisavira Durudanta Duravagraha It Hari Bhagat Bhakna Sudbha Havud Birna Gatrandit Pat Maja. These 7 wild bulls are impossible to tame, O hero. They have defeated many princes, breaking their limbs. Jadimeni grihita shus Tvayaiva Yadunandana Varo Bhavan Abhimato Duhiturume Sriyapate. If you can subdue them, O descendant of Jadu, you will certainly be the appropriate bridegroom for my daughter. O Lord Sri. And 45 again. Upon hearing these terms, the Lord tightened his clothing, expanded himself into 7 bulls, and easily subdued the bulls. Hare Krishna. Here we are seeing human activities, O Lord Krishna. It is human, not godly activity. This is human activity. Human activity because it's following the principle of human being getting married. And you have to have a lot of challenges to get your sense gratification fulfilled. For that, people can undergo all kinds of difficulties, challenges to get their sense gratification. But the same people, if they come to Christian consciousness, they don't have the same interest in Christian consciousness. We have a lot of challenges in the material world. We have a lot of struggle in the material world. And people sincerely follow them. The same people, when they become devotees, they will not do it. It's human activity. Lord Krishna does not need to fight with bulls to get a wife. In the Bible, it is said, God said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be water, there was water. Let there be tree, there was tree. If he has such power, he does not need to go and fight with bulls to get it. He can command any girl from anywhere to come to him. But here, Krishna is fighting with the bulls. He wants to get married to Satya. And the father said, I have set the standard for anyone who wants to marry my daughter, that the person must have the ability to defeat my 7 bulls. Actually, these 7 bulls were demons. They are not bulls, they are demons. And it is appropriate for Krishna, who has come to kill demons, to kill these demons. So he was also requested to kill the demon, even though Satya's father knows he is the supreme personality of God. He called him a Lord Srihari. So he knew he's the supreme personality of God. So he wanted his word to be maintained. These people are very cultured. They have principle. So even though he knew he's the supreme Lord, he said, it is a great fortune for you, for me that you are my in-law. The supreme personality of God is my in-law. I will not just because of that ask you to take my daughter. People will blame me for that. So please follow the process I have set down. Look at my 7 bulls. If you defeat them, I will be very, very happy to can get my daughter. So it is said here that Krishna tightened his belt, adjusted his dhoti very nicely, ready for a fight. And very easily, Lord Krishna put all the 7 bulls under his control. And the king was very, very happy to give his daughter to Krishna. In a purport, it is mentioned that Siddhara Swami said, the reason why Krishna expanded himself into 7 is not only because as a Supreme Lord, he can expand, not only 7. Krishna can nana bataro akarubu and shukintu. Krishna can expand onto unlimited forms. He can do that. 7 is nothing. It's nothing. It's play. The person who can expand unlimitedly, what is 7? 7 is nothing. What he did, according to situations, Krishna acts according to situations. Whatever is necessary at a particular time, Krishna responds to the situation like that. So he expanded into 7 to tell Satya that you will not have to compete with other my wife, because he knew that Krishna had many wives. If you have many wives, you cannot attend to all of them at the same time. It has happened. It has happened many times. The moon god, he married 27 daughters of Daksha. And he is not Krishna, so he cannot expand. So what he did, he became attracted to only one. So what of the remaining 26? They were existing there without husband. So they went to complain to their father. Our husband is not with us. Daksha was angry. So he came to the moon god. Why are you not taking care of my daughters? He couldn't answer him properly, because that is the nature of addiction. When you are blinded by some addiction, you can't see anything, any reason beyond that. So Daksha said, I will cause you to become invalid. Half of you will be invalid. So he became sick. Moon god became sick. So he went to Lord Shiva. And he stayed with Lord Shiva. And now, before they were having the husband with them, he was not taking care of them. He was attached to only one daughter, one of their sisters. Now he left. That means no more. Nobody was there again. They went back to the father again and complained. Before, our husband was there with us, but he was not taking care of us. Now he has gone completely. We don't know where he is. So Daksha started searching for his son-in-law until he saw him, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the person Daksha never liked to see for his life. He hated Shiva to the core because it doesn't represent a good son-in-law. So Daksha didn't like him, like we do here also. So everybody wants his or her daughter to be married to a person who has name in the society. Shiva doesn't have good name with Daksha. Stay with ghost, material. Doesn't dress properly. There's no money. Who will like the daughter's ceremony to be celebrated? The person who will not put on nice clothes. A son-in-law is coming to marry a daughter, but he's not properly dressed. Or you see someone coming with a tractor to your wedding. How will you feel? Huh? Somebody is coming for your wedding with a tractor. He's not coming with a big car, with a tractor. How will you feel in that situation? That is how Daksha feels with Shiva. So he was very angry to see that the person whom he hated is also keeping his son-in-law, who is also like him, misbehaved. So Daksha told Lord Shiva, release my son-in-law. Shiva said, I cannot. A person who has taken my shelter, I don't have power to give him up. Daksha said, I will curse you. Lord Shiva said, to hell with you. Curse me as you like. It's not the first time you've been doing it. So I'm used to your cursing. So do it another time. That's okay. When the Daksha was about to curse Lord Shiva, so Lord Vishnu came. Shiva, let him not disturb you for nothing. Lord Shiva said, did you give the devotees up? Those who take your shelter, did you give them up? So no. So how would I give up somebody who have taken my shelter? I cannot do it. So Lord Vishnu said, okay. This is good. Now, remove the sick one and give it back to Daksha. Then you keep the healthy one. So you see, half moon on Lord Shiva's head. That half moon is a healthy one. And the sick one he gave back to Daksha. So Lord Shiva has a half moon on his head. That is the history. Another one. There's another history. We're having the half moon. That one is from the churning of the ocean. So he get the half moon because after he drank the poison, he was feeling dizzy. So the moon is to cool him down. So he got the moon so he can cool down because the moon is very cool. So we don't have the ability to maintain like Krishna. So if you have something more than us, we will not be able to handle it. That's our deficiency. So Krishna has the ability to do anything because he's the supreme personality of God. He can expand. So he expanded into 7 forms as an assurance to his wife. Don't worry that if we are married, I'm going to leave you like a sun god. Sorry, like moon god. I'm not going to leave you. I will be present with all of you at the same time. So in Dwaraka, Lord Krishna expanded 16,108 with 16,108 palaces. So when Krishna married all the girls and took them to Dwaraka, he didn't expand only 7. Krishna expanded also into 16,000 Krishnas to do wedding the same time, one day. Krishna did wedding for all his queens for one day. Only one day he did. That means he expanded 16,000 Krishna, 16,000 Balaram, 16,000 Ugrasena, 16,000 Devahuti, Rohini, 16,000 Devki, 16,000, all the residents of Dwarka, Krishna expanded them into 16,000 to have his wedding. He said, doing wedding, your father will be present, your mother will be present, your brother will be present. So he didn't expand only himself because all of them have to attend the wedding. So he expanded himself all like that, and he performed 16,000 weddings to give assurance to the devotees that he is capable of maintaining us. Krishna is capable of maintaining everyone. Those who take shelter of Krishna have no fear of whatever is going to happen to us tomorrow. That is not the consciousness of a devotee. Because he is the supreme maintainer. No, nothing or no one is above him or is equal to him. So if you take shelter of Krishna, Krishna, he will give himself 100% to us. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told devotees who were traveling with him that we are afraid of the war that was going on. Why are you afraid? Afraid of what? Who is there that is be a threat to the devotee? What is a threat for devotee? When Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna is present before everybody, all devotees of Krishna, has the Sudarshan Chakra behind everyone. What's the question of fear? This is Krishna. So devotees are very, very confident because in Krishna, not in our strength, but in Krishna, we have confidence. Krishna is capable of maintaining. Krishna is capable of taking care of us. Krishna is capable of giving us complete protection. He has given complete protection to others, which we can see in history. He has given protection to his devotees. All his devotees were all protected, fully protected. Prahlad Maharaj, fully protected. Look at the Pandavas, fully protected. What happened to the Pandavas? No condition so can pass through it and remain alive. Bhishma Dev confirmed that. I cannot see the reason why all of you are alive if it is not providence. What happened to all of you? The only reason why I can see that is sustaining you, maintaining that you are alive is providence. Religion. And the devotion which you have practiced. These are your protectors. That's the only reason. Otherwise, no one can pass through this, even one, and remain alive. But here I'm seeing you alive. At the same time, those who perpetrated evil towards you, they were all killed, all dead. And those who survived, it is because of the mercy of the devotees in their presence, like Vidura, Bhishma Dev, Arjuna. Because of them, some of them survived. Otherwise, all those who tortured you, have problem with you, Krishna annihilated all of them. This is the position of the devotee. Krishna is capable of maintaining. So it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. Not the first time Krishna is doing this to show his devotee his supreme existence in our life. Some we may not see because Krishna is taking care of so many things. We may not see it, but sometimes Krishna will allow us to experience something as a token to let us know what is happening, that he has been handling all the time. All the time. He has been taking full shelter, when giving us full shelter, by taking interest. And everybody knows Krishna's declaration, Bhagavad Gita. My devotee will not perish. That is a fact. My devotees. Yes, devotees will have challenges. Why Krishna arrange challenges for devotees? Why? He knows devotee will not perish. But why would he arrange challenges for devotees? That challenges is to show where we are in our Christian consciousness. Where are we in our Christian consciousness? Or what is our faith in Christian consciousness? In Krishna? What is our faith? What do we understand in our relationship with Krishna? What do we understand about Krishna? Who is Krishna in our life? To Krishna, we set the test to let us to know where we are, how we handle the situation. So the Prabhupada said, I will understand my disciples on the day of Pyasa Puja. By hearing their offerings, I will know the different levels of my disciples. Who are my disciples? What is their consciousness? Where they are in their devotional service? I will know it through their offerings. So Krishna knows. Krishna knows. He is Supreme Person. He knows. So he set the test. He bring the challenges before us, and then he will watch to see how we are dealing with it. We may not see the Krishna is watching it today. If you've seen the examination hall, we will see the vigilator sitting there, watching to see who is going to do exam malpractices. But for Krishna, for our own devotional test, we don't see that. We don't see the examiner sitting there watching everybody. But he's sitting there. He's sitting there watching everyone. And how we are responding to what is happening. The Krishna is giving us pass. And that's how also we get promotion in our Krishna consciousness. So, the Krishna is not tired of helping us or incapable of helping. He's always there for us. And he will always be there for us. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Comments? Questions?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. Maharaj, you are telling that how Krishna keeps his Sudarshan Chakra for protecting his devotees. So we see that how Prahlad Maharaj was saved in all those different situations. So when a devotee is confronted by difficulties by another non-devotee, so Krishna protects them and annihilates the non-devotee. But what if two devotees fight over something which is for service of Krishna only, but they have differences and they fight? So how does Krishna respond in that situation?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Can you repeat?
I'm saying, Maharaj, like Krishna gives protection to his devotees when they are tortured by non-devotees. But sometimes two devotees who have taken shelter of Krishna, they also fight for some service or for something. So how does Krishna respond in that situation?
Krishna is not ordinary person. He is Hrishikesh. Krishna. He's a master of all the senses, all our senses. He's the master. So, how does Krishna take care of two of his devotees? Two of his devotees who are fighting because of service. A doctor is a devotee, right? A doctor is a devotee. He has a clinic. Means what? He need patients to come there, right? And a devotee is a patient. And he's praying to Krishna, please, I need good health. So I don't go to doctor. He's chanting Hare Krishna. He's a devotee. And the doctor is praying to Krishna, I need success in my business so I can serve you very nicely. So what will Krishna do? The two of them are devotees, and they are opposites. Krishna will respond to all. Krishna will respond to all. And Krishna will look at our karma. He has our record with him. He look at our karma. We need to get purified. The process of purification is not sweet, it is painful. Isn't it? So you still have to go to the hospital to get purified. And this way, the doctor will get means of sustenance, and the devotee also going to get purified. Both of them will get something. Krishna respond to all. Look at our karma. He make the plan for us perfectly. So you cannot be defeated. Krishna is not defeated. He's perfect in his activities. All right? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Very
As you were explaining that devotees are free from fear because they have complete confidence in Krishna's protection.
Yes.
So, like in our life also, like although we hear about this, but still we are not able to develop that. We should have complete faith in Krishna. So, how we can develop that faith that Krishna is always there for us?
Yes. First of all, we have to get the knowledge. That's the beginning. We have to get the knowledge. After knowledge, after we have been given the knowledge, the next thing is to practice. Through practice, we also will get purified to come to the stage. Is the purification, is the purity that will give us that confidence that yes, it is true that Krishna is always there with me, with everybody, giving us shelter. He's always there. It requires purity. And purity comes from practice. The practice comes from the knowledge which you have given. So we get the knowledge. We put the knowledge into practice. Purification will come. Then realization will come. Realization will not come just from beginning. Not even just hearing. Realization will not just come from hearing alone. It will come after the practice of the knowledge we have received. Then we have the realization. And as we continue to practice, that is how our purity continues to increase. Our faith also continues to increase as we move forward in our Krishna consciousness. The faith is one thing that doesn't go down. As we take to Krishna consciousness, so many things are going to go away. So many unnecessary things will go. But faith is one thing that doesn't go. But instead, the faith continues to increase in quality. Increase in quality. The more we go, the better the quality of our faith. That is our level of conviction. That's how nearer we will become in our Krishna consciousness. So you have to get the knowledge as we are hearing. That is theory. After theory, then practice. Devotees who get only the theory part and don't put into practice the theoretical knowledge we have gotten won't succeed. We don't succeed. Theory alone will not make anyone perfect. It is practice that will make one perfect. The theory is knowledge. Knowledge. We are getting knowledge. We get knowledge that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. By serving him is our eternal occupation. And even as conditions, so by serving him, we'll get purified from that. And then we'll get to realize exactly what we are hearing. So theory is there, and practice comes after that. By practicing, we get realization. The realization of our conviction will become strong, become very fixed. That is our success. So we should not just hear, we should practice what we hear.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, regarding faith, sometimes we go to our places, like at our home or some places, we confront some people who speak Mayavad philosophy and some other philosophy which is very contaminating. So, and we are not able to go away also due to family relations and something. So that enters into our heart, into our brain, basically when we hear. So what we should do to at that moment, what should be done when we hear some Mayavad? And if we have heard already, then how to get rid of it? Because it is constantly, breaking our faith in Krishna. So that, what should a devotee do to, that his faith becomes again as it was before and it increases more and more?
Mayavad philosophy is very dangerous. It was empowered by Krishna himself to destroy devotion for anyone who hears. Krishna personally empowered that philosophy. So to hear it very dangerous, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed, to hear it destroy Bhakti. Because of the intention. That was the intention of Mayavad philosophy. It is to destroy Bhakti. That is the purpose. It was created, it was meant for. So it is dangerous for a devotee to hear. Because it is danger. Whoever got a dangerous zone will be affected. So we should not hear it. We should not go to such areas. But they are saying that we're going to visit the family members, and this philosophy will be spoken. So how do we get ourselves purified? Association of pure devotees is required. And as we are practicing our daily sadhana, it is very, very important for us to put our energy into it. We should put energy into our sadhana. Because sadhana brings empowerment. Strong sadhana brings empowerment. So if you maintain a strong sadhana, we'll be empowered with the Shakti that we will not be affected by anything inauspicious. So if we hear and we get affected, that is Krishna's message to let us know that we are weak. So we should be careful. We should be careful to avoid such environment. If you go to such environment, then we should prepare. If you are going to fight somebody, you have to carry a weapon also. As far as fighting is concerned, a devotee leaving the temple to enter into the street is war. So we should be conscious of that. We're prepared. I'm going to fight. You are going to fight. The enemy you are going to fight with, he has all the weapons necessary. And we don't have our weapon, we will be casualty. So our weapon is what? What are our weapon? Krishna mantra and Mantra and what? Prasad. Prasad. Prabhupada said prasad is a vaccination. That's a vaccination. So we don't eat there. So take Krishna prasad. We chant and hear. Then we contract the effect of that poison. It's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So we are going to be prepared. I'm going to go to war and I should prepare myself. I have to chant very nicely, so hear very nicely, take all the Krishna prasadam. We don't join them to take their food. We eat our prasadam. Yes, we'll be purified. And as soon as we finish, run back to associate with devotees. So run back. So run back. Come back and take shelter. It will be purified. Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much for the beautiful explanation of the protection of Krishna, the faith in Krishna as a protector, as a maintainer. Maharaj, I had this question that generally we say that Krishna protects the faith of the devotees. That is the real protection of Krishna. However, we find sometimes Krishna, he does perform some pastimes which happens to challenge the faith of devotees. For example, recently we celebrated Nityananda Trodasi, and we're reading about Sivananda Sen, how Nityananda Prabhu kicked him. And that broke the faith of Srikant. So much so that he left and he was not in a, he was so disturbed, even not to even pay obeisance to Lord Chaitanya properly. So how do we understand when Krishna he does some pastime in such a way that it challenges the faith of the devotees?
Yeah, thank you. The devotee who got affected, literally, people didn't kick him. He kicked Sivananda Sen. And what is his mentality? Whatever Nityananda Prabhu do, whatever he do, it is perfect and complete. So the Krishna will challenge a devotee who is on that level. He will not give that challenge to a person who is lower. So he will not be affected like the other devotee. He left and went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he got, he didn't offer obeisance. He forgot also to offer obeisance. The devotee has to tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, said, leave him, he's disturbed. Leave him. Nityananda didn't do it for him. He did for somebody else who is capable of handling that. But he became affected because he's not on that level. It is not meant for him. He was affected. It was meant for a person who can handle it. Because the Lord knows his associate, his eternal associate he came with. Sivananda Sena is among the associates he came with. So they understand each other and they will never get disturbed. So Krishna does, he give a taste to us according to our level. Appropriately for the lesson he wants to teach. Krishna does it. So he will not do it unnecessarily. He will not give a test for a person who cannot handle it. A teacher will not give example to something you never taught your student. The examination is based on the thing you have discussed. The question is based on that. The same way Krishna does his things. The side effect is there, but it was not meant for him. It was meant for the devotee who can handle it, but he got affected. Of course, it was rectified. If we are very sincere and serious in our Christian consciousness, even if it is heavier than us, Christian will support us to pass the test. Christian will surely support us. From my personal experience, so many tests which I got, I was already informed before they come. So what does it mean? Christian want to pass the test. He already told me, see, I'm going to do this for you. So okay, I'm aware. When it happened, you can arrest it. This is Christian's message. Krishna is doing that. This is personal one. I'm not talking about the one in the book. I'm talking about the personal one. So many I got like that. I've been informed before the time. I'm going to do this. Be ready. The special master does that. Before the test, you get a signal. I'm going to do you this. So be ready. So when it comes, I'll be ready to face it. That is how Krishna does these things. We are fully protected by Krishna. That conviction should have that conviction. We are fully protected. Krishna is fully conscious. Even when we are in a situation that makes us feel that, oh, nobody is here with me. That is also the best time. In a psychic word, they call it the dark night of the soul. Dark night. You know the word? Dark night of the soul. When in a situation where God brothers, God sisters are against you, Guru also seems not to support you. Krishna, you pray, doesn't also seems to be there to hear your prayers. In a helpless situation like that, that's the most wonderful time, because any decision you make at that time, it will take you back, it will bring you down. It's very, very important stage in our life. So it's wonderful. Hare Krishna. Last question. After 9.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for giving this very nice class. I have one question that how to get rid of the seed of the sinful desire from our heart so that our heart can become pure and we can render pure devotional service at the lotus feet of Krishna.
Very good. Very good. How do we get a seed of sin uprooted from our heart? What is it? Jagadananda Pandit. He wrote that book, Prema. Yes. So here he mentioned deficiency of prayaschita. You cannot uproot the seed of sin, but the holy name can do that. The Hare Krishna mantra we are chanting. So, so we recite the 8 offenses. We should not equate all the jagyas, all these things to the holy name because of this reason. Because they cannot uproot the seed of sin, but the holy name of Krishna can uproot the seed of sin completely, 100%, that you will never germinate again in your life. So it's the holy name of Krishna that has the potency to uproot the seed of sin. So if we take shelter of the holy name, we'll experience that. We'll have it. It doesn't pacify it. It doesn't just get it cured, but it will uproot it completely. No more sin for life. As Lord Brahma said in Brahma Samhita, Karmani Dirdhatu Kintu Bhakti Bhaja. It will grind the seed completely. After frying it, to grind it completely, there is no chance of germination. That is Bhakti. Because it's done by Krishna. Why? We have taken shelter of Krishna. Krishna does this. And Brahma said, but for those who are not devotees, the result of our activity, Krishna will impose it on. I like that word. That is how he put it. He will impose it. Maybe we'll be forced to experience it, which is happening. We don't like the challenges, the difficulties we are having, because it is imposition. That is Krishna doing. Krishna does that for non-devotees. But for the devotees, you fry the seed of our sin and grind it completely that it doesn't germinate again for life. Bhakti does this. Bhakti, chanting the holy name, is the formula, is the remedy for this. Let's take shelter of the holy name, and success is guaranteed. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki